Are Trump's aesthetic demands now rising to the top of the U.S. Navy's carrier-building priorities? Could the U.S. Navy burn through billions of dollars, reshaping its newest carriers to match Trump's preferred look? Does Trump want to turn back time by making future U.S. aircraft carriers resemble warships from the World War II era? Could $22 billion Ford-class aircraft carriers be redesigned to look old again, despite major operational trade-offs? Beyond time and money, what could it cost the Navy to fulfill Trump's design demands while shipbuilding delays continue? Are Xi and Putin watching closely as Trump's Navy vision risks creating new delays in America's vital carrier program? The U.S. Navy is studying major Ford-class design changes that could align future aircraft carriers more closely with Trump's stated aesthetic preferences. 7 current and former U.S. officials described the review to the Washington Post, saying the Navy is assessing substantial changes to its newest carrier design. The Navy is reviewing whether to move the Ford-class island forward on future carriers, shifting the command structure nearer to the ship's central section. The multi-level island houses the ship's command center and air traffic control functions, making it a critical structure for directing both naval and flight deck operations. The Ford-class island sits toward the stern, unlike the more central placement seen on older American carriers that Trump reportedly wants future ships to resemble. Trump reportedly wants future carriers to look more like American warships from World War II, despite the modern configuration being designed for operational efficiency. Moving the island farther aft frees additional deck space for aircraft operations, increasing the usable area around the carrier's launch and recovery zones. The aft island gives crews more room around aircraft catapults, helping personnel move, prepare and position aircraft with fewer space constraints. This layout reduces the time needed to position aircraft for launch, allowing the carrier to generate sorties more quickly during sustained combat operations. The design improves flight deck operational efficiency, giving crews a more flexible working area for managing aircraft, equipment and launch preparations. An aft island reduces turbulence around the aircraft landing area, creating clearer and more stable airflow as fixed-wing aircraft make their final approach. It also helps improve safety as aircraft approach the carrier, reducing hazardous airflow conditions during one of the most demanding stages of naval flight operations. The same island relocation idea was pitched and studied during Trump's first term in the Oval Office, but it was not adopted for the Ford-class program. The previous review found that such a redesign could cause major program disruptions, with officials warning that relocating the island could cost billions and create significant delays. On August 13th, Trump also ordered the Navy to plan a return to conventional steam catapults for future American aircraft carriers. The order would replace electromagnetic launch systems on future U.S. carriers, reversing a major technology shift introduced with the Ford-class design. Trump's memo favored proven, reliable, and affordable technologies and ship designs, framing the proposed change as a push for greater dependability. Returning to steam catapults could also cost billions of dollars and deepen shipbuilding delays, because the system would require extensive engineering changes to future carriers. Notably, USS Gerald R. Ford, the lead ship of the new carrier class, took 17 years to complete from construction start to its operational deployment. Trump has repeatedly shown a personal interest in the look and design of U.S. Navy warships, extending beyond aircraft carriers to his broader fleet vision. In 2025, Trump unveiled a new Trump-class battleship concept for his proposed Golden Fleet, promising heavily armed nuclear-powered surface combatants. The Ford-class review comes as the U.S. Navy continues expanding its overall capabilities, even as it confronts cost pressures, industrial limits and delays across shipbuilding. The U.S. Navy's giant nuclear warship plan is now threatening its own fleet modernization drive, raising questions about whether the program is too big to fit the rest of the budget. According to Military Watch, the Navy's new BBGX program could reshape future naval power, making it one of the most ambitious surface warship plans in years. The program envisions 15 nuclear-powered surface warships for future operations, creating a fleet unlike anything currently at sea. Analysts warned that the plan may strain America's already overburdened shipbuilding base, which is still struggling to keep up with current naval demand. The BBGX program calls for a planned fleet of 15 nuclear-powered surface warships, making it one of the largest surface combatant programs in the world. Its estimated lifetime cost is around $700 billion, a staggering figure that could reshape the Navy's future budget priorities. That works out to roughly $46.6 billion in lifetime cost per ship, putting each vessel in an extremely expensive category. Each ship is estimated to displace between 35,000 and 41,000 tons, placing it among the heaviest warships ever planned. If built as described, these would be the largest surface combatants planned anywhere in the world, far bigger than most current destroyers. The US Navy officially launched the BBGX concept in May 2026, giving the project formal momentum. Reports say the Navy still prioritizes Virginia and Columbia submarine production. So could this new warship plan pull resources away from those programs? Labor shortages and shipyard bottlenecks continue to slow US submarine production, making every new program harder to absorb. Lawmakers are now asking for details on how BBGX will avoid disrupting existing building programs that are already under pressure. The program also competes directly with the next-generation DDG-X destroyer project, adding another layer of strain to the Navy's plans. Notably, DDG-X is expected to replace the aging Arleigh Burke destroyer fleet, making the competition for funding even more intense. The program has also sparked a new debate over the future of US naval power and what kind of fleet America really needs. Supporters claim missile ships better match modern hypersonic warfare requirements, especially in a fast-changing threat environment. Meanwhile, critics argue that aircraft carriers remain essential for air power and surveillance, and cannot be replaced by missile ships alone. Notably, the Gerald Ford carrier program is also facing delays and cost overruns, which only deepens the Navy's broader modernization dilemma. Some analysts believe BBGX could divert future funding away from new carriers, forcing the Navy to choose between competing priorities.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a banking dynasty meets tides of world history, intrigue, and a dash of myth?
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.